Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Well, happy Friday. Happy Friday. As you guys know, I don't trade at the first 15 minutes of the market. So, with that said, um, first thing I gotta do is give God thanks, give God the glory for waking me up this morning. Um, it's been a crazy week. So with that, let's get to these charts. Let's see what we could do. Let's see what we could get. Let's see what we could profit from. Um, I'm watching Spy right now. Right now, one of the things that you got to do is make sure that you're looking at news. So we had news this morning, and we're going to have news at 10 o'clock. All right. So we're going to have major news at 10 o'clock. So the market might be flat. The market might not do anything until 10 o'clock. So you got to be patient. Yesterday we have moves on the market. Um, Hold on. Yeah, where was it? I'm on the 10th. Yeah. So yesterday we have moves in the market. As you notice, we had a lot of news at 8:30 yesterday. We had FOMC, some speakers yesterday, gas. So we had a lot of stuff going on yesterday. All right. So today, and you always want to look at this before you trade, guys. So today, we have quite a few things going on again today. All right. So we had this morning, we have core PPI, and now we're going to have these at 10 o'clock. So you want to, if anything, the market might not move. The market but might not move until 10 because some people, they'll wait till 10. A lot of times you won't see any setup until the first 15-minute candle. Sometimes you'll have a move on the at 10 o'clock. So we're gonna see and watch. Like I said, I don't normally trade the first 15 minutes. The good thing is right now, SPY dropped, right? They gapped down and hit off the 50, which is nice right here. So a break above this candle right here, and we're gonna be very bullish. Okay, a break above this candle, which is crazy. That's a $10 move. So we're gonna see. So right now, SPY broke this previous 15-minute, even though it's previous. This is before market open. This is showing us that it could be bullish right here. Okay, this is showing us that SPY could be bullish right here. Let me put two screens on here. All right, Apple already broke to the upside. A lot of these are inside bars from yesterday. SPY is at a weird spot. SPY, for me to be bullish on SPY is at a weird spot because it's hitting VWAP on the day. Okay, guys. So this is hitting VWAP on the day. So this could come up here, reject, and continue to fall. Okay. So we gotta see what's gonna happen with Apple here. SPY rejecting VWAP on a 15-minute. Let me see what AVGO is doing. Yeah, a lot of these, if they break the day. So say, for instance, if AVGO breaks here, we could be very bullish. That's high, 96. sometimes, like I say, you might not see any move right now. I mean, AVGO moved $2 so far. SPY had a $4 move, but SPY is rejecting VWAP on a 15-minute. Okay, so SPY can come down to this 200 right here and bounce off this 200 and then continue up. AVGO is bullish to the upside. AVGO is looking to break that day high right here. Okay, here we go on AVGO. Now, if it breaks at this 140 within this one minute 40 seconds, it's tough to take this because it could pull back. Okay, so we have to wait till this next 15-minute come in. Look at this. It's gonna break with a minute left. So you have to wait on this for this to pull back on the 15-minute candle, then a break of the 15-minute candle. Okay? Because look at this right here. We have a minute left and my alarm went off. So in a sense, we can pull back this new 15-minute, we can pull back down. And then when it break here, then we can get in back to the call. Okay? SPY is also looking like a call. Once we're above VWAP right now on SPY. So a pullback right here when this new 15-minute candle open, a pullback to the VWAP, a break of this 15-minute, and SPY is also a call. Oh, you can't look at that.
It's up there.
I look at here. So you see how we break, come down. We want to come down right now and test VWAP. A test of VWAP will be good. Okay, we want to come down and test VWAP. The thing that I like right now is that it created a wick at the bottom. So a break of this, and then we could get in AVGO calls. A break of this 15-minute, and SPY is also a call.
Is there a wick at the bottom of that candle?
Yeah, there's a wick. There's a wick.
Good morning, good morning.
But I want this to come down. I want it to come down first.
Oh, I'd rather it come down first.
Yeah.
Than to take me on the ride with it.
All right, SPY is a call, guys. SPY is a call. SPY is a call. Here we go, SPY.
Oh, there goes AVGO.
AVGO is a call right here. I'm jumping in AVGO calls. So the reason why I say a SPY is a call, we have an outside bar here. It did exactly what we wanted. So it dropped down, right? test VWAP break right here. So a break right here and up here. That's a $1.50 move so far. The target on this, technically the target already hit, which is this first target right here. But we could see a push up. Remember, we have news at 10 o'clock as well. Okay. So bear in mind, um, tread lightly as well. Okay.
At 80,
Got it at 80.
88.
Okay.
I'm gonna get one more. Let me know. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So right now we're in AVGO calls. We're up already 10% on AVGO. If you want to take your profit, take your profit. Now, based on strat, okay, guys, based on strat, this didn't break the inside bar yet on SPY, okay? SPY didn't break it as far as the inside bar. If SPY breaks here, we could see all the way up to $48, okay, on SPY. All right, AVGO is pushing right here. Now, on AVGO, AVGO already broke the day, okay? So because AVGO already broke the day, the target for AVGO, the first target on the day is going to be right here. Well, we have the 200 right here, so we might have some rejection right here at 83, 81, okay? So my first target will be right here because the 200 is right here. Then your second target is going to be the body of the candle. And the third target is right here at the top of the wick, okay? So right now, what is it, the thing? What is it right now? So right now the contracts are up 30%. Oh, sorry, 20%. SPY is coming back in right here. Now remember, guys, we have news at 10 o'clock, okay? We have news at 10 o'clock. The break of that candle to up here, that was a $2 move. We're still bullish on SPY. Again, the targets are up here for AVGO. So the first target, but tread lightly as well, guys, because the contracts are already up 20%. If anything, you could put trailing stops in if you want to, just so your contract will go back green, go back in the red. Here we go. We should see another push right here. Oh, let me take that off. Should see another push right here. Here we go. AVGO. I could tell because the 5 minute. Now we're in some red area right here, but again, I don't believe it. It's you might have this little pullback, right? Again, this 5 minute right here. If this 5 minute turns red, and then we have a break of this 5 minute, then we could see it retrace back down, possibly to VWAP, mess around, mess the contracts up, and then go back up. But right now, we're still bullish on this 5. I want to see a push out of this red area right here, and we're going to push up even more. So we're getting a push right now, a push outside of this red area right here, and we're going to see this come more up, all right, towards our target up here. SPY is pushing, like I said. Contracts are up good on this right now. Contracts pushing on AVGO. Up 50% on AVGO. %60 on AVGO. Average cost for the contract, guys, is 88. I have an 82.50 call. Make sure you put a trailing stop, if anything. All right, so right now, even if so a break of this 5 minute candle right here, we could retrace all the way back down, right? We have this new 5 minute candle come in. I want to see just a small wake up break of this for a continuation up. But we could pull back because of the news coming in at 10 o'clock. Okay. So make sure you have your trailing stop in, right? We don't want that big set of profit to go away. So make sure you have your trailing stop in. You can also monitor your trade, guys. So again, you can monitor your trade however way you want to. All right. Here we go. Here we go on AVGO. Want to see a break off here and a continuation up. There we go. Here we go. Should see a nice push right here. We might see a rejection at 180 because it's a psych level. So let's see what's going on right here. We want to see the break of this 5 minute. Did it break? High is 179.80. 179.80. 179.80, 179.80. Yeah, so this is a double top on the 5 minutes. So let's see it. Let's see a push right here. All right, we break right here. So the 5 minute just broke 179.81. Let's see if we get that continuation up. Contracts are at 90%. Here we go. Here's the last push. We have 2 minutes, guys, left in the 15 minutes. So with this, we might see a good push right here. 95% on these. Push, push, push. Got news coming in 2 minutes, guys. Got news coming in at 2 minutes. And right here, you could see we got heavy news coming in at 2 minutes. Okay, these are going to be very important news that could shift the market as well. Okay, so we see a good pullback right here. All right, make sure you have your trailing stops in. What we're going to see, guys, we might see, because look at this 15-minute right here. We might see a open, a drop down, right? A retracement down, and then a push back up. So make sure you're taking profit, okay? Make sure you're taking profit right now. Thirty-four seconds, heavy push. See, the 15-minute is extended right here, guys. So you can see that 15-minute. So we might see a pullback, then a continuation. Okay. SPY's coming down. Anticipating news right here. A break below this, and we could fall on SPY. Okay. So let's see the news. Pullback, like I said, a break of this, we could go down on SPY. Right. SPY is still above this this VWAP right here. Make sure you're taking profit, guys. Like I said, make sure you take your profit. Okay. See, these contracts are down significantly now. Okay. And now it has a big spread. So before it didn't have such a big spread. Now you have a big spread on the contracts as far as AVGO. So I'm out of AVGO contracts right now. With SPY's in a tricky place. Right now, it reversed on the 15-minute to the downside, right? So we could see a fall, come back down, because based on this right here, we have a 2-2 reversal to the downside. However, we're still right here at VWAP, okay? We're still right here at VWAP. So from the time I called it out to up here, you could have took profit right here. Now, I wasn't watching the contracts on SPY, but we did $2.50 on SPY, a move up. So profit was there for you guys to take. You just have to take your profit. All right. Right now, SPY is in a position where this right here broke to the downside. So technically, SPY is supposed to come down to the downside. Okay. It's on sitting on VWAP. So it's a very tricky situation on that on that level for me. Okay, so I wouldn't be taking it down, even though it's supposed to come down based on that. But it's right on VWAP. So SPY could come back down and test right here at the 50. See? Now, right here, if you didn't get into AVGO, or you're looking in to get into AVGO, one of the things that you could do is you could wait for the test of VWAP right here. Once it tests VWAP, then one, you could, I wouldn't tell you to buy it right here, all right, because it's still falling, right? What I would do is I'll go over to, yeah, because once it tests VWAP, it's testing VWAP on the 5 minute as well. So right here, if it tests right here, a break of this 15 minute, and we could see um, a break of that, we could see AVGO come back down. Okay, SPY broke it already, but we're most likely gonna test that VWAP. We're looking to test VWAP right here. So you see that? So now, like I mentioned to you guys, the contracts are way back down, almost to where I got into. So that's why I said take profit, okay? Take profit, okay? So right here, we're testing VWAP. We might get a bounce off of VWAP back to the upside, but we could push down. And if we push down, then a break of this and we're coming back down, okay? Some people will play risky and buy right here once we come back down, test VWAP, because remember, this yellow line is the break of the high yesterday. This is the high from yesterday. So we could come down, which is right at VWAP, test right here because this is resistance. Resistance can turn into support. Because look, we reject right here first, come back down, break it. So now we could come back down here, use it as support, and bounce back up to the upside. Okay. But your stop would be right here if you're getting into it. So, in a sense, you could take it at VWAP right here, or wait till it touch right here. Your stop loss should be right there. Now, once you get in, this is like a scalp mentality. This is not saying, oh, we're going to continue to go back up. This would be more of a scalp mentality where, all right, we get it, it bounced, and then we continue to go. No. See what SPY is doing right now? SPY is still holding that VWAP. Even though when I say holding VWAP, it didn't close, okay? So we have 10 minutes before this candle close. So because we have 10 minutes before this candle close, we could go down or we could go above. We could close above. We have to wait for this 15 minute to close. If we close above here, if this candle stays like how it is right now and just play within this zone right here and then close right here, the following candle come in, test VWAP again and break here, we're gonna run. The market is gonna push. Okay. So we got 9 minutes into this, guys. The first call out, AVGO, SPY, they were profitable. So congratulations to anyone who took those trades. SPY, AVGO didn't hit 100%, hit 95%, but that's an amazing trade right there. Okay, that was an amazing trade right there. So here we go, testing VWAP, testing right here. So look, all right, so there's no top on this 5 minute, okay? There's no top on this 5 minute, which tells me we most likely will come back up here. So in a sense, you see that you could buy it right here, a pop up right there. That's 10%. Okay. In a sense, let's see where the contract's at right now. The contracts are at 82.92, right? I'm not getting it. I'm just letting you know. Contracts are at 82.92 right now. We need to come up here and have a wick on this. So here we go, creating that wick. Contracts are now $1. Okay, $1.10. So right there was 10%. Right on that. Less than a minute. Right there was 10%. Okay. So we look like we're going to push. Now, if this candle break this 5, we can see the push. Okay. See how SPY is pushing right here? We can see the push. But it's still not bullish yet. A break above this 5, we're now bullish. Okay. A break above that 5, we're bullish. If you took the trade based on what I said, taking it at the VWAP, stop loss right here at the bottom, you would have been profitable right now. Okay. So that profitable in a sense would be anywhere from 20 to 30% on that one trade. Look at the contracts for 85. Go to 90. Market might push. First SPY. Look at SPY as well. All right. So right here we have 25 seconds left on this. So what you want to see, the new 5-minute open up, give you a wick at the bottom, a break of this will be a reversal to the upside. So at that point, we're going to break high, day high, and continue more up to towards the target. Look at a YOLO on this. So the ones that we said, the 190. I like the SPY too, you know. Because SPY target, if it breaks, it's right up here. So you see how we create this wick, a break above here, and we go. Buy the YOLO on this. This what, 11? No, the 90. Put um put it for this. Put a limit. Refresh it. No. Yeah. See that? 2. And put it like that. Wait.
What?
Price is falling. Price is coming back in. All right, I'm comfortable with that. Get it at that. All right, so I just did some YOLOs on AVGO.
Explain what yo.
So
Some people don't know what that means.
is it still open? Oh shit. Let's see if we get it. No, we didn't get it. All right, mine. So I put in a YOLOs for 190 calls on AVGO for 8 cents. So I'm gonna see if that picks up. Okay. So if it picks up, I'm gonna hold those with the intention that we get that bounce to come back up. Okay. All right. See if we could get it for the night because we might. What is it right now? Oh, it already did. All right. So I picked it up for 8 cents right here. 190 calls. Okay. So I picked up a few for 190. 190 calls at 8 cents, and I'm probably gonna leave that for the day. As far as for those, I'm gonna see what it does. Now, YOLO means that you buy way out the money um with the intention that you might get a big return. All right. So it's like you're buying it way out the contract. Okay. Let me go back to right here. So again, I got these for 8 cents. um, right here. Yes, I have my targets in right here. That should come down a little bit on the body right there. So we're having a drop right here on it, which is fine. Again, YOLOs too are what you're willing to lose because they're the same. They're the same day contracts. So you get YOLOs based on these are not. These are like more like a. I don't like to use the word. Um, I don't like to use that G word. I don't like to use that G word, but it is kind of a gamble that you're doing on these contracts when you do that. But the reason why I get them and I get them out the money is because the contracts are cheaper. We're at this level right here, right? Um, so we'll see what happens with this morning. Now, if SPY breaks above this 15-minute, remember what I said earlier, right? SPY close above VWAP again. Okay. So because it closed above VWAP, we could see this right here where it come down, test VWAP. Once it comes down and test VWAP, bounce off of VWAP, and then push up and break this, we will see SPY move to the upside. Okay. We will see SPY move to the upside. So it's doing exactly that right now. Test VWAP right here. Let's see the move on the 5-minute, a break above this 5-minute. Now we have a lot of sell in this area right here, but a break above this 5-minute right here would tell that it's bullish on that side, or we got a reversal on a smaller time frame, right? But if you want to wait on the bigger time frame, the bigger the time frame, the stronger the move. So in a sense, a break above here is a reversal on a smaller time frame, so it might not be as strong. We still might get the rejection right in here. A break above the 15 will show a bigger, a stronger reversal to the upside. So right here, we have an inside bar and a 15-minute a break of this right here. So that's telling me that AVGO reversed on the 15-minute with a target right at my red line. Okay. So that's that one. There it is. So I call out two profitable trade guys with this one that I'm in right now. This is just a YOLO. So this one is like, all right, I'm using profit on this trade. So and I didn't go heavy into this trade either. So there we go. We hit target. So inside bar, a break below that. The target is going to be the bottom of the previous candle. So right now it's hitting target. It hit target, which is my red line. Okay. So that hit target right there. SPY's coming back down to the downside. So we might see the market drop. Okay. Or could possibly retest. A retest on the 15-minute, right? Might see a lower low on SPY, right? If SPY comes down here to the 200, we're dropping hard right now. If SPY come down to the 200 right here and bounce off of this 200, you're looking like a a bullish divergence. If this holds higher than this level, we'll have a bullish divergence to the upside and you might see a push to the upside. But right now, market is coming down. Those contracts that I bought are now at 4 and 5 cents. So it's down 50%, right? Because we're way out the money on those. But again, those are YOLOs. So I don't expect I don't expect it to go crazy right now because the smallest drop is gonna make the contract go to shit. Okay. So with that, I'm keeping those for the day with the intention of the pullback, right? I got in based on right here, holding VWAP. This broke, so we're coming back down. I want to see SPY basically come down to the 200 right here. So come down to the 200, or it might test the 50, bounce off of that, and continue back up. Now, if we break day right here, then we could continue to drop on AVGO because now we're below day low, so we could continue to drop. right, so SPY is coming down to break day low right here. SPY break day low. We're gonna fall, and then we already start falling by the break of this, but we're gonna fall. Right now, this is no longer, well, we could have to wait. We would have to wait, of course, but what I really want to see is right down here. So we're gonna come down and test right here. Looks like. So we got 16 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. So like these candles be crazy nowadays. SPY dropping $10 in 15 minutes. 10:30.
Haven't monitored their trade.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off here, guys, in a little bit. Just want to see here. Once I call out I normally call it anywhere from 1 to 2 trades. So we called out 2 trades this morning. 2 of them were profitable. First one on SPY. I wasn't watching the contracts, but on SPY, you should have took profit if you jump into SPY. On AVGO, we did 95% on those. So if SPY come in, break here, we're going to see the fall down to here. And then we might see some kind of support off the 200. Let me see what else is going on. Meta is setting up. These are all. Meta could come down to 512. See Google. Mm. Google is a double inside. So Google,
Is it inside?
yeah, if for Google next week will be a great play for Google.
If it stays
Um,
that
if it stays this way, okay. So a break of the inside bar to the upside. If this ends at as an inside bar, right? Google is probably gonna fall down a little bit more because he gapped up right here. Okay, so we might see Google drop down. We're not sure. Okay, but Google gapped up on the day from right here to right here. He gapped up on the day. We're pushing back down, so we might see Google come back down here, possibly down to VWAP. Hopefully, Google stays in this right here. But if the market leaks today, then we might see that fall. Okay, but if Google stays as an inside bar between here and between here and here, and it stays as an inside bar, then what we might see is a push to the upside. Now, it's a bearish around me. Not necessarily, but uh, GS is also a double inside. GS has a nice setup on the day. A break to either side on GS is a call or a put. A lot of these are 3-1s. A lot of these are 3-1s. Wow. A lot of these are 3-1s. So just like I said, guys, we probably see this come down to the 200 if we break right here. If we break this 15-minute, we're probably going to come down to the 200. Oh, this hit take profit. This was nice. 3-1, break a here, call, take profit. First take profit, the body. Second take profit, didn't hit there, which is that up there. Mara, same. Came down, break of this. So Mara was bullish this morning. Meta is dropping. Meta target is down here. 509. Meta has a 3-1 inside, a break of this right here, which it broke. So the target on Meta is down here at 509, the body, and then right here at 502. So right here, we have the first buy level at 514. So you have some buys in this area right here. Microsoft. Microsoft broke to the upside. Again, if you're paying 0 DTE, guys, you might get caught in something, okay? Because the contracts are going to move. They move a certain way. So when you see profit, you take profit. Know when you're getting in a trade, know where your stop levels are, know what your risks are, know what your take profits are, or the percentage that you want to take. Once you get to a certain percentage, are you taking profit off the table, or are you putting in a trail and stop? Make sure you're doing stuff like those. Okay. Snow has a nice setup as well. Snow has no top on the day. It did gap up though. But Snow has no top on the day. This is telling me that the market might push back up. Let's see what that is doing. We're still on the VWAP on SPY, guys. So we could come up here, test VWAP and drop. So just be careful. But some of these are bullish to the upside. Like I look at Microsoft. Microsoft broke the day high. So it broke the day high. The target didn't hit, which is up here at 390. Target didn't hit. Okay. But on the lower time frame, let me see. Yeah, on the lower time frame, we're popping back up. Okay. Popping back up on the lower time frame. We're still creating lower lower highs, lower lows. So we're still bearish. On the lower frame we're bearish. On the higher time frame, it shows um a reversal to the upside. Okay. So with some of these, like I said, on Fridays, if you're doing 0 DTE, right, which is which is same day contracts, 0 DTE is same day contracts. If you're doing those, make sure you're taking profit because the contracts move very fast. So you want to make sure that you take profit. Today we took profit on AVGO, right? Today we took profit on AVGO to the upside. Once it broke right here, took the trade up to here. That was a 95% call out on those. Um, so that was a great trade. And then SPY, I called SPY on the break of this right here, and SPY went up $2.50. So that's a good call out as well. That's a profitable call out. So you guys have to make sure that you're monitoring your trades and taking profit. Right now, I'm also in a YOLO, a 190 YOLO calls on AVGO. My average right now on those are 8 cents. They're right at 6 and 4 right now. Okay. But I bought those because right here, I should have waited. I should have waited because I would have got them for like $4 or $3. Right. I should have waited because right here, I bought right here because it held. It held VWAP, right? So it was holding VWAP, so I got it right here. But if I had waited for the break of this when it come down, my target, I would have wait for it to come right here, watch what it's doing, and then it was continuing to fall. Once it break here, it continued to fall. I could have waited till it get right down here to buy it, okay? And I would have bought it for a lot cheaper. But now it pops up, right? It didn't hit target. So my first targets for these is a 200 right here. So that's 83, 83, 82. That's the first target, right? Second target is the body. The reason why I said first target, I'm not going to omit the 200 EMA, right? If I see a 200 EMA, we might have some kind of rejection off of that, right? On the break of this candle to the upside, it's a reversal to the upside. So your target should be the top of the candle. I always use the body of the candle as my first target, then the top of the candle, the top of the wick, okay, as my second target. But because the 200 is right here, we might get some kind of rejection off the 200, right? So because we see that right here, I put my first target here, second target here, and third target there, okay? So we'll see how that plays out. Uh, SPY, like I said, SPY is testing VWAP, so we could get a rejection off of VWAP and back down. We have to see a close above VWAP, okay? We have to see a close above VWAP or this candle come in. But either way, we have to get back above VWAP for SPY to be bullish. SPY right now is still under VWAP on the 15-minute, which is bearish. SPY also did not break day high. If it breaks day high up here, we could see SPY all the way back up to 548. Could see SPY back up to 548. All right, guys. So with that said, that is gonna be it for me today. Tonight is what? All right. So it's 10:30. I'll be back on Monday with more trades. I go live every day. This week was a little bit hectic. Okay, been in Grenada, so this week was a little bit hectic being out. Um, even I went live a couple times at the restaurants, so I try to still make my obligation as far as going live, doing call out plays, which I called out plays right there in the restaurant, profitable trades at the same time. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys on Monday. So have a great weekend. Be safe, and that's it.